Hello there, fellow racers. Welcome back to the SimSpeed Dad channel. Today we are at Virginia International Raceway in the Mustang GT3 for a one-lap tutorial. Get ready to take some notes because we are ready to unleash some serious speed. Let's hit the track. Ready to start here. We'll come into turn one, brake at the 2 mode. Try to make sure we keep it tight to the inside here. As we go on this long sweeping corner to the right, let the car drift to the left. I'm going to make this brake zone as straight as possible, coming from left to right across the track. This section you want to try to use up as much of this exit curve as you can. This next section is key. Getting the power down as early as possible through here. Maximize your speed down one of the longest straights on the track. And this next section is easy flat in the GT3. So we'll keep it flat as we wind up through the S's here. Make sure to clip these curbs, minimize the distance, and then we'll brake right over the crest here. Make sure you get this car to the left and then carry the speed down the hill. You don't want to overspeed in there. Brake at the 2 board. Get a little bit of a drift coming into this corner. And then get the power down as fast as possible for the longest straightaway on the track. So we head down the back straight. Start thinking about our next brake zone. Be at the 2 board. It's a turning while braking corner, so you got to be a little bit careful here. Try to keep it as your line as straight as possible. And we'll brake at the 2. We'll cut back across. Try to make it straight. Come back to the right, left complex here. Let the car drift wide out. Then you can crash over the top of this curb. Brake heavily. Make sure you get the nose of the car turned in this compression. And then back on the throttle as fast as you can. And then back down. Front straight. And that's a lap around Virginia International Raceway in the Mustang. And that's a 1:47.180 lap time. So let's take another look at it. Going a little bit slower. So you come up to turn 1, you want to make sure you start braking at the 2 board here. Get the car slowed down. We're going at a pretty high rate of speed. Get the turn in for this. You want to keep the car tight to the inside. This is one of those corners you can easily overspeed the entry, and then you're kind of suffering through this whole next section. So make sure we get the car turned, and we'll open up the power back up. Drift wide out here. And then this is another one of the key brake zones. So you want to try to get the car to the left of this curb here, and then you want to straighten out the wheel and brake right at this other curb on the right side here, which then will set us up nicely to clip the curb in the NASCAR turn here, and then get on the power early because the new VIR has this huge exit curb on the right here. So you want to maximize the usage of that to maximize your speed on the track. Coming in this next section, you just want to brake, keep it tidy through here. You can clip these curbs; they're pretty friendly. So then this is one of the more key corners on the track. We want to keep it steady. You try to straighten out the wheel as much as possible. Get all the way out to this curb to try to be on the throttle as much as possible into this next section, as it leads on to one of the bigger straightaways on the track. And again, we can kind of crash through these curbs. And in the GT3, this section is easy flat, even at the top of the hill. So we'll slow it down for this one. So I try to keep it tight to the left here without getting 1x. And then you can stay on the gas through here, get on that curb, get the car rotated through this compression here. Then right as we come over the crest, hit the brakes pretty hard, drop down a gear, and then make sure you get the car turned in, shoot to this. You want to be right on this curb and then get back on the gas hard. This is one of those corners that it falls away quickly. If you don't get that apex right, it's going to be you're being a world of hurt. And this next section here, so we'll start braking at the 2 board. This lap was a little bit wild, so we got a little right to left turning there. Under braking, it's a pretty heavy brake zone. It's also turning while braking. So you're turning here. This is one you kind of want to dance it on the trail braking. As you can see here, you get a pretty big slide. but you want to be all the way out to this exit curve to maximize the arc into this tight oak tree corner. Let's make the apex at oak tree, and then try to unwind the wheel as much as possible to get out onto that exit curve. Back down the back straight again. Up and over the hills. Good time to take a break on your hands, flex it on the wheel. Prepared for the next bit here. So in this section, we'll want to shoot for the two board. Heavy braking initially, kind of trail off a tad as you start to turn into the corner. It is blind left-right section here, so we'll come up and over. Try to keep the car as straight as possible to maximize the braking. And then it's a downhill right-hander, this next section here. Keep it on that curb. And back down to this next bit. Relatively straightforward. And the tricky last corner here, so you want to be all the way to the right, and then you can come crash over this curb. Some cars you can't hit this curb. GT3 takes it pretty well. You want to be kind of on the brakes as you go over it. And you don't want to be over speeding through this, because if the front doesn't grip, you basically just go straight off the track, or understeer so much that it slows your lap down significantly. So then get on the power as fast as you can. Wind it out to the outside here. And that's a lap, VIR. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button and subscribe, and thank you for watching. See you next time.